Do you love my top? Probably not. I look like a golden girl. Picture it. Tacoma, 2010. Hello, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Christina, aka Northwest Reader, and this video is a mini book haul. I promised myself I would be on a book buying ban this year, and I actually have. I've done a really good job, but I bought a couple of books in the last week because I recently discovered booktubers who love horror books, and all I've been wanting to read and be engaged in is scary horror books. I'm kind of bored with thrillers right now and romance and just contemporaries. Like, I'm bored. So I've been in a rut, but then rediscovered that I love horror books. I love scary movies. So I bought a few. But I'm gonna go over, show you all the books I bought since the start of 2020. And really there isn't that many. I still have one book that's coming in at the end of this week, but I'll just talk about it briefly and just pop up a picture. So the very first book that I purchased in 2020, I bought out of hype, of course, because that's who I am. And I'm not even a fan of fantasy, and it's just, I get super confused. And then I was like, oh, I'm gonna read this and I'm gonna vlog about it. No, I didn't. I tried. I got like 100 pages into it and I was just like not really into it. So I don't know if I'm even gonna keep this book. I might give it away or sell it, I don't know. But it's beautiful. It's Sarah J. Maas's Crescent City. I know this is like controversial for a lot of people because I know a ton of people who absolutely love this book and they live by it, they die on the hill for it, you know, like the best thing ever. But I just I was kind of confused because, like, even in the first 5 pages they're saying a bunch of names, a bunch of characters, introducing this whole government and this world, like a lot of world building, which is great. But this, I don't see myself reading it. But it's like, it's gorgeous though. And the thing that scared me was the map. If books have maps in it, I'm most likely not gonna like it. And I hate that. I hate it so much. All I know is there's like werewolves in this. There are fairies and I think vampires and all this stuff. And there's a romance that people loved in this. But I just was, ugh. I'm just not that reader. I have to accept the fact that I am just not that reader. But this was my first purchase of 2020. So I went a long time without purchasing anything. And this book I was listening to on audiobook, and it was so good just as the audiobook. I wanted to read it physically because it was like poetic and very educational, and I just had to buy it. And the book I bought was This Will Be My Undoing by Morgan Jerkins. This was really good. I finished it a few months ago, and it's about her experience being a Black woman, lesbian, in America. She does a really good job pointing out times when white society has appropriated Black culture in both style and just a bunch of stuff, and it's really interesting. It's a feminist piece, of course, but it was so eye-opening, and I highly recommend this. It's a beautiful read, and it's heartbreaking. There's trigger warnings, of course, but it was really, really good. So as some of you know, I have a baby. Well, he's almost 11 months old. And I've been trying to figure out just how to raise him because my upbringing was interesting. So I've been doing research trying to figure out which way I want to go with me and my husband raising him. So I have been hearing about this this technique called the Montessori, I might be saying it wrong, method with raising your child and just trying to create an environment where they become more independent and not so dependent on you. And the few things I saw online, I thought it was interesting. It was kind of enlightening. I like to grab little bits and pieces from different styles and make my own. But I bought the book, The Montessori Toddler, A Parent's Guide to Raising a Curious and Responsible Human Being by Simone Davies. It's kind of like minimalist style, but I haven't picked it up. I just got this in the mail. So in the inner flap it says, here are 5 principles for feeding your child's natural curiosity, from trust in the child to fostering a sense of wonder. Here's how to set up Montessori spaces, including using child-sized furniture, keeping all the elements of one activity in one place, sticking to the virtues of less is more. Yeah. As you can probably tell, I have kid stuff all over, so I should probably follow this. I'm trying to learn how to be a parent, pretty much. So, thanks to Books and Lala, I got this book because it just sounded super interesting, and the cover I love. But it's The Seep by Chena Porter. It's a little bit of sci-fi-ish, and I believe it's a little bit of horror. But it's super short, and then the book itself, the text is really big. Trina Fast Horse Goldberg Oneka is a 50-year-old trans woman whose life is irreversibly altered in the wake of a gentle but nonetheless world-changing invasion by an alien entity called the Seep. Through the Seep, everything is connected. Capitalism falls, hierarchies and barriers are broken down. If something can be imagined, it is possible. Super interesting. And my goodness, look at that cover. Beautiful. Yeah, I look forward to reading this. I'm probably going to read this fairly soon, and I love the color. I just love the colors. But yes, she was talking about it, and she was like, WTF, what the heck did I read? And those are the books I like to read. So because of her, I got this one. So I'm gonna have to hurry up because my baby just woke up. So this book is being read, I believe, next month for Brody's book club, which I can't remember the name of, and I don't have enough time to search for it, but I will post it. It's Into the Drowning Deep by Mira Grant. I heard it's spooky. Books and Lala recently talked about this again, and it's sparked up an interest. In Brody's book club, we're gonna read this, and then we're gonna watch a movie. It's the Kristen Stewart movie, which I don't remember off the top of my head either, but yes, got this for next month. At the end of this month, there is Summerween Readathon with Gabby and another person I can't remember off the top of my head, but one of the prompts is to read a book that they recommend. So the one I got was My Best Friend's Exorcism by Grady Hendrix. Obviously, it's about her best friend's exorcism. It looks spooky. I got it because I love 80s horror. I'm an 80s baby, so my genre. And yeah, I'm gonna try to partake in Summerween and hopefully post a video of my TBR later on this week. I'm also part of the Brain Candy podcast book club, and one of the books that I bought, because they usually pick 3 books for the month to read, and the one I bought physically to read is All These Beautiful Strangers by Elizabeth Clifford. Sorry for butchering the name if I did. This is also really interesting. It sounds good anyways. It's about a mother that disappears in 2007, and then I believe like 10 years later the daughter is trying to figure out what happens, I think, from what I can remember. The other two books from the book club is Twisted, and I forget the third, but I have one on Scribd, and then the other one I'm waiting to get a copy from my library, digital copy. So that's why I don't have it physically, but this I did. Ooh, okay, this is a little bit in the future. I totally forgot a book I bought this year. Home Before Dark by Riley Sager. I already read it. I thought it was decent. I didn't think it was like mind-blowing like some people, but I gave it 4 stars. But yes, this book. Baby's mad. Gotta go. So those are all the books I have purchased so far in the year of 2020 during my book buying ban. Oh, and I have a book coming at the end of this week. It is called The Resurrectionist. I got it from a girl that I discovered who loves horror books, a booktuber, which I will put here because I don't remember her name off the top of my head. I am awful right now because I'm trying to hurry up. It's about, I guess it's about a guy who discovers he can resurrect the dead. So he kills a couple next door, and then he resurrects them, and then he kills them, and he keeps torturing them and doing terrible things to them. And obviously, ton of trigger warning. She said it is like the most messed up thing she's ever read, so I bought it. So yeah, I might read that during summerween also. I'm not sure, but hopefully it will come by the end of this week. If you're gonna read it, you've been warned. I am sorry. I just heard it was really gross and hard to read because there is like rape and just a bunch of bad stuff. So I'm curious. I just want to see how bad it is. So yeah, that's it. That's all the books I've bought so far in the year 2020. Have you bought any books this year that you have really enjoyed? Do you have any recommendations for horror books? Leave a comment down below. Tell me, like, what do you think? And again, thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you guys later.